14 years, we have been rescuing and caring for the most vulnerable children here in Uganda, restoring them from extreme poverty, abuse, abandonment, and sometimes sex trafficking. Through our integrative continuum of care, we restore children and their families by providing them with medical care, education, shelter, food, discipleship, counseling. But that is not the end of the plan of setting them up to become thriving leaders. As they continue to grow and start to transition into young adults, we desire that we equip them more to affect change in their own communities. And this is through the replicate model. Here we seek to take these young adults on a journey of discovering their unique design to fulfill their God-given purpose. In Matthew 7, Jesus says there are two paths that we can take. One leads to destruction and the other leads to life. The lives of vulnerable children often have two paths. One path that leads to abuse, neglect, abandonment, lost. The other path leads to healing, restoration, being found. Meet Ambrose, a 25-year-old whose life could have taken two different paths.
My name is Ambrose. I'm 25 years old. I'm from the central part of Uganda in a small village in Kampala. When I was 5 years old, my father left. When I was 8 years old, my mother left. My 3 brothers and I went to live with my grandmother, but she couldn't take care of us. We were sent to stay at a children's home. She thought we would be safe, but it wasn't. There I experienced starvation, abuse, and neglect. We ended up being sent to another children's home. We thought it would be better, but it was so much worse. Some of my darkest memories are from this place. It wasn't until I met Uncle Daudi and Sozo 2 years later that my brothers and I finally found a real home. Once in Sozo, I found a safe place where I found peace and was shown love I had never received before. It was like a dream. I was given an opportunity to continue my education, and I remember getting to eat breakfast, which was the first time in years. I ate food and I was full.
Uganda has more than 8 million vulnerable children, and most of these children have experienced either violence or abuse. The State Department estimates that as many as 12,000 Ugandan children, they have experienced sexual trafficking, and that is annually, and many more are forced into child labor, which alter their holistic positive development. The majority of these kids end up without hope. As many lack a positive support system, they turn into drugs. Sadly, Ambrose is part of these statistics of violence, of abuse, of neglect. I believe without Sozo stepping in, he would have been lost too.
It was because of Uncle Daudi, Aunt Aggie, and the Sozo team's mentorship that I am this changed today. Yet as I grew up and got older, I began to make my own decisions. Some were good, but others were really bad. My own attitudes were getting in the way of my future. I ended up being kicked out of school, and I thought I had lost Sozo as well. Because of my own choices, I lost my education and potentially my home. Yet as he did years earlier, Uncle Daudi once again stepped into my life to show me a better way. Uncle Daudi took time mentoring me, praying with me, teaching me the word of God, showing me how to change my attitude. In the end, I didn't lose my home with Sozo, and they found me another school to continue my education. For that, I am forever grateful. Today, I am in my second year at university and interning for the local city council. I'm studying to be a social worker. My dream is to one day be in parliament. I want to help other vulnerable children as Sozo has helped me. Through the Harvest program, I am learning spiritual formation and leadership with the help of my mentors who are teaching me the skills needed to see my dreams become reality.
It is our hope to equip the young adults through the Harvest program so that they have all the skills that they need as they go out into the world to affect change. Here we see that the once vulnerable turns around and help the vulnerable in their own communities. And that is the mission and the vision of Sozo. that we empower the vulnerable children to become thriving leaders for Jesus Christ.
My name is Ambrose. I was lost, but now I'm found.